So welcoming you back from the 90 minutes of that match between Nigeria and Burundi, and of course the new boys in African football, Burundi losing that one 1-0, a sloppy mistake resulting into that goal for Ighalo, who actually came in as a substitute. So to analyze and actually do all the dirty work as we summarize the broadcast for that is of course Serugo here and the man himself, that is Ronnie Santos. So let me come down to Ronnie Santos, your general overview of today's game between Nigeria and Burundi.
A very good game for Burundi, who was playing their first game ever in the championship. We must greet them. What a great game. What a great team they are. They play as a team, and indeed they have lost as a team. Well, they made a mistake, but of course it is normal. You expected, nobody expected this from Burundi. They have been actually coming close to qualify. Finally they made it, going to Mali and of course Gabon, drawing away from home. I think they really didn't deserve this. To me, they should have won the game, but you know, football is football. You win some and lose some. All right. The key point was when the coach brought in the players we all expected, Ahmed Musa and Ighalo. Then of course putting off Mikel Obi, who've not played for Nigeria before. I think his last game was in Russia after the FIFA World Cup. He had actually not played any game for Nigeria. He didn't play any game in the qualifications until today. The coach trusted him and he gave him the armband. You could see he was actually struggling in the midfield with Etebo and Ndidi failing to actually coordinate simply because they have not played together for a quite number of time. Okay, let me bring in Serugo. Your general perspective of the entire 90 minutes, Nigeria and Burundi.
I think Burundi was unlucky to lose this game because they did everything. They performed better. They created many chances, but they failed to convert them into goals. And when you look at the goal they conceded, it was because of defensive error. And for Nigeria, I think Ighalo proved the coach wrong, who started him on the bench. And he came on and scored the game, which made them go home with maximum points.
Okay, so basically Nigeria are winners today, but they were not very impressive with how they played. But let me actually go down to the two gentlemen on the screen, and they'll be analyzing what went right and what maybe went wrong in this match. So over to you, that is Ken, in relation to the analysis of the match.
Well, thank you so much, Peter, and as well to you that is watching us on UBC TV, together with Vincent as usual, or probably for the first bit of this particular match. We are here yet again to take us probably through the good and bad of whatever happened. Vincent, we did see about 61% ball possession for Team Nigeria, and the rest of the possession going the way of Burundi. But surprisingly, Burundi coming so much onto Nigeria to one extent. Even the 1-0 was a bit of a surprise. What could have gone wrong? Which player was an influence? Was the movement, the formation, the trick behind?
No, I think the coach for Nigeria saw that Mikel Obi was a weak link. So what he did, he introduced Ahmed Musa, and then the pace started with that. So the Burundians could not cope up with the pace. So what he did, he introduced Ighalo again. That was damaging them. So as you see, Ighalo and Ahmed Musa were fronting the Burundians all the time. So by the time the back four of the Burundians were tired at the time when they got the goal, the pace was too much.
Okay. So meanwhile, do you really think that the goal that came through was a showpiece or a touch of experience, because it was a back heel of sorts, and of course the follow-up for Ighalo, who eventually put it into the back of the net? Do you think it was a bit of prowess for Team Nigeria?
No, I think the defender misread the pass.
And that is the Burundian defender.
The Burundian defender misread the pass, which was coming from down on the left flank. And by the time he slept, so by the time he thought he would get
took a decision.
He took the decision.
It was too late.
It was too late.
Too late it was.
Yes.
Well, in general, what do you think was the secret behind Nigeria's success? Was it, besides what you just shared with me, was it the players they have because they are all more so professional players, or it was actually the tactics that were deployed on the night?
But I think it was the tactics of the coach. He really, because if you look at first half and second half, Nigeria of the second half was a different team. They were attacking in all fronts.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much, Vincent. I'm Tony Kent, and definitely back to you, Peter, the outside of studio.
Thank you very much, Kent, and of course, thank you very much, Vincent, as far as the analysis on the other side of the studio is concerned, our VAR room. That's right anyway. So, gentlemen, next up for Burundi will be a match against Madagascar. Madagascar plays against Guinea in just a couple of minutes' time. Your thoughts on that one very quickly? Very quickly.
Yeah, I know the coach has seen the first of all, Burundi, they are good at scoring. Today, they had 6 shots on target. The goalkeeper was on, much as I may say technically they were not all that fine. But it's a team that scores. They have Sadio Berahino, they have Fiston Razak, they have Lodit Mavugo. Possibly the coach didn't, maybe if I was a coach, I shouldn't have used Mustafa for this player for Gor Mahia to start ahead of a player like, of course, Lodit Mavugo, who is playing in the Zambian Premier League. He's a very, very good defender, a rather striker. I believe the coach has seen that, because Mustafa really, the first half matches were so good. I think Mustafa lacked somehow that technical, he wasn't able to cut the chances down.
Okay.
But I believe maybe Lodit Mavugo can do it. But I think they can still make it, because they are in a group with Guinea. 1994, they almost qualified, but lost to Guinea in the penalties. Maybe this is the time to revenge.
All right, now, go very quickly. The next game for Nigeria will be a battle against Guinea, who are playing next.
I think win today for Nigeria will give them much confidence and determination ahead of Guinea. If they get a win against Guinea, it will confirm them into the knockout stage. I think Nigeria can capitalize on this win and get and win a game against Guinea.
Well, thank you very much, gentlemen. Thank you very much, the gentlemen in the VAR room. And of course, as we wind up, I need to thank everybody who actually made this very possible. The government of Uganda, Parliament, His Excellency, the President of the country, thank you very much for making sure that we are able to have the games live. But also, I need to remind you that UBC only has the rights for free to air. That is free to air. The company that owns the rights for pay TV is MultiChoice. They're the ones who have the rights for pay TV. And that's the reason as why you are not watching the games on Star Times or on Zuku, because those are pay TVs. So you can't watch UBC on that because of the contract issues. Pay TV vis-a-vis free to air, because we are getting a lot of complaints there saying UBC is off on Star Times, UBC is off on Zuku, but the ones watching on free to air are not complaining. So we have the rights for free to air, but we don't have the rights for pay TV. Pay TV belongs to MultiChoice, who actually owns SuperSport. So the other pay TVs don't have rights. It's only UBC with the rights of free to air. But thank you very much. Let's actually meet in just a couple of minutes as we bring you Guinea up against Madagascar. Until then, don't go away. Let's hand you over to the newsroom for the news that is coming up. Don't go away.